This video is about post-traumatic stress disorder. We all can face trauma. Some trauma can induce PTSD. The prevalence for post-traumatic stress disorder ranges from 1% to 14%. The essential feature of post-traumatic stress disorder is the development of characteristic symptoms following exposure to an extreme traumatic stressor involving direct personal experience of an event that involves actual or threatened death or serious injury, or other threat to one's physical integrity, on witnessing an event that involves death, injury, or a threat to the physical integrity of another person, or learning about unexpected or violent death, serious harm, or threat of death or injury experienced by a family member or other close associate. The person's response to the event must involve intense fear, helplessness, or horror, or in children, the response must involve disorganized or agitated behavior. The characteristic symptoms resulting from the exposure to the extreme trauma include persistent re-experiencing of the traumatic event, persistent avoidance of stimuli associated with the trauma and numbing of general responsiveness, and persistent symptoms of increased arousal. Traumatic events that are experienced directly include, but are not limited to, military combat, violent personal assault, sexual assault, physical attack, robbery, mugging, being kidnapped, being taken hostage, terrorist attack, torture, incarceration as a prisoner of war or in a concentration camp, natural or man-made disasters, severe automobile accidents, or being diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. For children, sexually traumatic events may include developmentally inappropriate sexual experiences without threatened or actual violence or injury. Witnessed events include, but are not limited to, observing the serious injury or unnatural death of another person due to violent assault, accident, war, or disaster, or unexpectedly witnessing a dead body or body parts. Events experienced by others that are learned about include, but are not limited to, violent personal assault, serious accident, or serious injury experienced by a family member or a close friend, learning about the sudden, unexpected death of a family member or a close friend, or learning that one's child has a life-threatening disease. The disorder may be especially severe or long-lasting when the stressor is of human design, for example, torture, hitting kids badly, physical abuse, domestic battering, rape. Commonly the person has recurrent and intrusive recollections of the event or recurrent distressing dreams during which the event is replayed. The person commonly makes deliberate efforts to avoid thoughts, feelings, or conversations about the traumatic event. The individual may complain of having markedly diminished interest or participation in previously enjoyed activities. Diminished responsiveness to the external world, referred to as psychic numbing or emotional anesthesia, usually begins soon after the traumatic event. The individual may have a sense of a foreshortened future, for example, not expecting to have a career, marriage, children, or a normal life span. The individual has persistent symptoms.